Hi! So today is a empty video where I talk about my trash. I don't know why I have collected my empties for like 2 years. So this bag of trash just always sitting in my room, getting in the way of everything. So I thought today I might as well just make this video and throw away this whole big bag of trash. So let's just get started because there's a lot of things like makeup, skincare, body care, like everything, and even nail polish was here. So first let's talk about this Clarins Double Fix mascara. This is pretty much a clear mascara and the wand is like pointy like this. I basically use this as a mascara top coat to prevent mascara from smudging, which this really works. So if you are somebody that every mascara just smudge on you, I recommend you to try this. Apply whatever mascara that you like and apply this on top, and it will, I won't say 100%, but for me 90% of time this can prevent smudging. There is a problem is that this will make the mascara kind of hard to remove, which makes sense because you know it's hard to, it prevents it from smudging, so it must be hard to remove. I just used the cleansing oil, but instead of rubbing it in immediately, I just, first of all, I put oil on it, on my eyelash, and I massage other parts of my face. And when other parts of my face are pretty much all like marinated, the makeup basically marinated with oil, then I go back to my eyes and I try to take it off. So the time when I massaging the rest of my face is basically like the oil was like breaking down the mascara, and it will make it much easier to remove. But still, I have to rub a little bit longer to remove this completely. So if you don't like mascara that's hard to take off, probably do not use this. But if you're like every mascara, like the tubing mascara, waterproof mascara, whatever, all mascaras smudge, then I think this could be work. I have used this for years, I think 5-6 years or even more than that, and I have finished probably like 10 tubes of this. Since we are here, let me just share all of the mascaras with you. The next, let me share this one, is the Hearing Make Long and Curl mascara. It's a Japanese drugstore mascara. I think this is a pretty popular product worldwide. I have seen a lot of people from like European country, a lot of people from USA that love this product, and it is a great mascara and I love it. But this mascara do still smudge on me a little bit. So when I was using this, I was pairing it with this Clarins mascara. And the next is this Can Make Quick Lash Curler mascara. It's a Japanese drugstore brand, and the comb is kind of unique. It's not a normal brush applicator, it's like a small comb. The biggest pro of this product is it does not smudge on me. Not completely, but it's like if I sleep with this mascara on, it will smudge. But if I would just like go outside or like just awake during the time I was awake, this rarely smudge, and that is never happening for me. Okay, like all of the tubing mascaras like waterproof mascaras, this and that, everything. I've tried it, okay? Everything smudges. This is one of the only ones that does not smudge, and that is the biggest reason I love this. And the other reason is this is super cheap. I think this is like $5-6, and also it does not like clump like the like spatter likes mascara. It does not give you that, and I love that about this. And it has a lot of different colors. Now I am using a brown one, and these two are black ones, and this is like a burgundy kind of deep mauve wine kind of color. There's one thing I have to say, that if you like the super voluminous, super big lash, this is not for you. This is for the very, how to say, delicate kind of eyelash. It's basically enhancing your eyelash. It's not like make your eyelash pretty super long, super big. I feel like it just emphasize every hair that I do have, and for me that is actually enough. I don't really like the super clumpy eyelash looks. I like my eyelash just looks like hairs, but maybe a little more enhanced, a little bit more thicker, and this gives me that look, and it holds my curl. For my Asian very flat towards down lashes, this really holds the curl, and I really love this, and I will 100% repurchase. Yeah, and like you can see, I already used up 3. I feel like for how small this tube is, it lasts me for quite a long time. I basically change my mascara every 6 months, and every time after 6 months there's still plenty of product in there, so, and it does not dry out. It's a pretty wet formula, but it does not weigh your eyelash down. Another mascara, this is from the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. This is super big heavy bottle, and I did not finish this. I probably only used this a handful of time, and it is ended up in this trash bin or bag. It's because it's so bad. I purchased this is because I have seen a lot of review or favorite videos that people are hyping this mascara up, and they say this is the only mascara that does not smudge on them, and this is the mascara that gives the natural lash look, and that's why I purchased it. And when I was using this is none of that. Okay, none of that. It does not enhance your eyelash. It's not volumizing, it's not lengthening, but somehow it's super heavy. It's like the spider legs eyelash look without the volume and the length. You know what I mean? It's like when I apply this, I feel like I have 5 super chubby and clumpy eyelash. That's the look this gives me. The lasting power of this is so bad. I feel like there's one day I was only wearing this inside of my house, and I was wearing it for like maybe 2-3 hours, and after 2 to 3 hours every bit of mascara has ended up on this area, and it falls off like in little balls, into little chunk, and my eyelash was bare at that stage. So I don't know what people are talking about, like why people like this. And the brush is super big. I feel like it's bigger than my eye even, and I just don't understand. Maybe this tube is bad, maybe it's already dried up before I even open it, but I don't know, like now I see it, I don't think the formula is fully dried. It still seems like it's, you know, it's like a normal mascara formula. I don't understand. Maybe it's just my tube is bad, but I think I have in one video talked about this, and there is somebody in the comment section said they have the similar experience with me. It's super weird. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a batch problem. I don't know. Let me talk about lip product, because there's a lot of lip product in here. Surprisingly, I feel like when I am watching other people's empty videos, which I very much enjoy doing so, the lip products was always the, how to say, they barely finish lip products. Always like eyeliners and mascaras and things like that. It's rarely lip product, but I have so many lip products in here. First of all, is this Fenty Gloss Bomb little set. It was a Christmas set, I believe, in like, it's probably 2020, and there's like 4 or 5, I do not remember. It's probably 4, and I got another set which included another mini lip gloss in there. So in total, from that 2 sets, I have in total of 5, and I have finished all of them up. Like you can see, all of them is completely empty. I have used 2 Q-tips to scrape any that like product that have left in here, and I basically use this as like a lip balm to moisturize my lips. So that's why I finished this so quickly. I finished all of these during my project pen. I think I probably finished one every month. And for a mini lip gloss, it has a lot of product. It has 5.5 mils, which is even more than other full-size lip glosses. So yeah, I really do think these are worth the money. And if I have finished some other lip glosses in my collection, I will consider to repurchase. I really like this formula. There is another gloss. It is the 3. It's a department store brand, a luxury brand in Japan called 3. This is their shimmering lip jam in the shade 11, Cranberry Crunch. And there is 7 grams of product, and you probably can see there's a little bit at the end, like at the bottom of it, but it's like only the size, the inside was empty, so it's basically gone. And it looks like such a deep dark color, but it actually was not like that. It's like the concept of the Clinique Black Honey. It just gives you a nice hint of color on your lips. It's like a healthy flush of color, if you know what I'm talking about. I really like this. I might repurchase this in the future, but not right now because I have a lot of lip glosses for me to finish right now. And another lip gloss. This is the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil in the shade Rain Check. I don't know. This is in one of their like something garden collection, and the package is like this. And it's a light lavender colored lip oil, but it basically applies clear on your lip. So I basically just use this as lip balm, and I finished it pretty quickly. It was a nice lip oil. It's very lightweight. It's not very long wearing. I have to reapply this pretty often, but because it's clear, it's super easy to reapply. You can just, without a mirror, just do like this and you're good. So yeah, I like this. If I got a chance, I might repurchase. Maybe not in this shade because I don't think this shade is available anymore. But this formula, it's a nice formula. This is the Tower 28 lip jelly, and this is in the shade Shine On. It's the clear ones, and I really like this formula. The only thing is this does not have much product. There's only 3.9 mils of product, which is less than this Fenty Mini, okay? This food tube, it looks much bigger than this Fenty one, but it has much less product. It has 1.6 grams less, not grams, mils product less than the Fenty, and I believe this is probably more money than the Fenty. It's probably the similar price with the full price Fenty full size Fenty gloss bomb, which is 9 grams of product, way more than this. So even I had a great time, I really enjoyed using this. I don't know if I would repurchase because there isn't much product in there. Oh, I now realize the shade is not Shine On. That's the product name. The product is Shine On Lip Jelly, and the shade is Chill. Okay, yeah, I don't think I would repurchase this because of how little product was in there, but the formula was nice. If I would repurchase, I probably would just go with the Fenty one. This is the Lancome Absolute Lacquer, probably. And this, rather than an empty, I think this is just dried up. I didn't use it that much to finish it. It just dried up on itself. And it applies the whatever very little product in here was applying very patchy on my lip. And I think I purchased this is because there's a period of time when this first came out. A lot of people was really in love with this formula, which I never can get, because this formula is, if you do not rub your lip together, it can last pretty long, and it can stay on your lip pretty smoothly, not so patchy. But if you dare to rub your lips, even after waiting for a couple minutes, it's still very patchy for me. Like, people say if you just leave it on for a couple minutes after you apply it, you're fine, but for me that's not the case. So I wasn't using this that much at all, and it just dried up. So yeah, that was not a good purchase. And the lip gloss was done, but there are more lip balms. I really use lip products pretty quickly. And this is the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in the shade Orgasm. And I have used up every bit of it, even digged in whatever was like inside of it. I purchased this again because a lot of people was hyping this lip balm at the moment, and everybody is saying this is such a great tinted lip balm, this and that, so I purchased it. And I find that for a lip balm, it was a nice formula. It's thin, it actually for a lip balm lasts pretty long time, a couple hours, and it really hydrates your lip. It's not the ones that only sitting on top. So for the hydrating purposes, it was a great product. But for a tinted lip balm, it was not that great. It's barely a tint, I feel like. And the tint was this weird bright pink color. I don't know how to describe this product. I feel like it does not cover up the uneven color on your lip. Instead, it emphasizes it somehow. And at the same time, it has shimmer. And I feel like if the color of a lip product is not intense enough, if there's shimmer in the formula, it will just not look good, if you know what I mean. I feel like a shimmery lip product really needs the base color to fill in the gaps of the, you know, the gaps between shimmers to shimmers, so that your lip looks like this overall like smooth surface. It looks like a shine instead of just random glitters on your lips. Which this, if you look at yourself in the mirror close up, this is more of just a random shimmer kind of look, because there isn't enough of pigment underneath to fill in the gaps to make it look like an overall like smooth look. But like from far, you look like you're not applying anything on your lip. So it's like, what's the point of buying a tinted lip balm if you cannot even see the color? So yeah, I liked the formula, but I dislike this, how to say, I like the formula to hydrate my lip, but dislike it because the color for a tinted lip balm, it was not that good. These two are Dior Addict Lip Glow, and I have two colors. One is the original 001 and one is the color Coral 004. And this coral color, I hated it. I still have like a little bit in it, but I stopped using it because it was not a pretty coral color on your lip. It was that pretty coral color on your lip for like 2 seconds, and after 2 seconds it just turned into this weird bright pink magenta kind of color on your lip, and it stays on your lip for like 2 days like that. I think if you have experienced that, you definitely know what I mean. Like the lip tints or whatever lip product that actually will like tint your lip, that leaves the bright pink color behind. That was what this gives, and I hate that bright pink color on my lip. And you know, with lip balm, you do not really apply it very carefully all the time, right? Sometimes you're just looking at a mirror or not looking at a mirror, you're just like kind of applying it like carelessly, and it was a disaster if you use it that way with this formula because of the tint in it. It just looks like you were, how to say, like kissed someone very aggressively and it just smudged your lip color like here and there. Is a very like messy look. If you like the look of you just made up with someone, probably this is for you, but it was not a pretty kind of like in the movie kind of like a very romantic, just had a kiss kind of look. Okay, it was a real life kind of messy, so definitely not a fan of it. And the original ones I really like, and I finished it. I didn't dig my nail into it because I had this for too long for doing that. I think I probably have this for like 6-7 years. For a lip balm, that was too long, so I was just like, let me just call this a finish. Don't like really dig in there because this is too old to do that. But I repurchased this. This is a really nice color. For me, this actually gives me a nice pinky coral, like very natural lip color. It does not give me that weird bright pink color, which I find that a lot of this kind of color changing lip products, if the color is coral or somewhat like orange kind of color, there's a bigger chance that it will leave like a bright pink tint on your lip. Maybe that's has something to do with the pigment, the coral or orange pigment. I don't know, I just find that's to be the case for me. 2 eyeliners. One is this Charlotte Tilbury that I don't know the name because it was all sharpened off. And this is a Pixie, like silky endless something eyeliner. It's both brown color, and you can see there's still like a tip like living in this, but it was dried. It was dried up. And I really liked these. I really like this wooden pencil because you can always get a fresh product by just sharpen the product, which I really like. The ones that is retractable, it always dried up before I use it up. Maybe because I have too much makeup, maybe that's the case. Maybe other people don't have that problem for me, but there's too many times that I used a pencil for like 5 times and it already dried up and so scratchy on the skin, and I don't like that. So I much prefer wooden pencil. And also, wooden pencil contains way more product than other eyeliners. It's mostly between 1 gram to 1.5 grams. And if you look at other like very like more skinnier retractable ones, it's basically around like 0.5 grams and sometimes even less. So it's like sometimes I feel like the eyeliner was more expensive than gold. Okay, it's more expensive than gold. So I was not about that luxury life to apply something that's the same price as gold on my eye. Okay, I think I'm more like into this wooden pencil because of that. The next, I don't know if this count as a makeup, it's the Inglot Duraline drops. I basically use this to refresh my ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows. Those really need this to refresh them. I feel like those dried up after like 3 or 4 months after you open it. So yeah, I really need this. Already repurchased. And the next is a foundation, or a tinted moisturizer. Is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. And I have this in the shade medium 9W. It was such a good tinted moisturizer. It's very long wearing. For a tinted moisturizer, it's really long wearing, and it does not get on your mask that much. It's not 100% like mask proof, of course, but it gets on the mask way less than other foundations for my own experience, and I really like this. And I basically use this up in my project pan, and it probably take me up to a year to fully finish this. I started at here and finished this all the way, I think, in about a year. And I don't know if I would repurchase, because nowadays I more prefer just apply concealer in some couple areas and blend into the skin like that. I don't really use like foundations or other things that I apply all over my face that much anymore, but I do like that. And this is a face powder, a loose powder from the brand 3, and this is the Ultimate Definite loose powder in the shade Translucent 01, and there is 17 grams of product, quite a lot of product, and it was such a great powder. It was so lightweight, it was never heavy on the skin, but at the same time it really set your makeup in place and last for a long time. I really like this. Nowadays I don't use face powder that much, but if I would repurchase a face powder, it's probably gonna be this one. I think it's around $40, which is not cheap, but I think for the quality and how much product you get, I think it's an okay price to repurchase, for me at least. And there is a nail polish. I don't know if you can see. I basically finished it. Like, there's a tiny bit left in the bottle, but because of the brush, I just can't get anything out. So this is done. It's the OP eye nail lacquer in the shade You Calling Me a Liar. I think, I don't know if this is available anymore, but I probably had this over 10 years, over a decade, and I finally finished it. And the only reason I finished this is because this is that kind of sheer milky formula. It takes, I feel like, definitely more than 3 coats to get even. I usually apply 4 or 5 layers to get it to look even, and I think that is the reason why I finished this, because I apply so many coats. But I do like the color. That's why I even bothered to apply 5 layers of nail polish. But I don't think I would repurchase. I mean, it probably is not available in the first place, but at the same time, yeah, because of the 5 coat thing, I won't repurchase. And there is this NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Crystal. And you can see there's still powder in there, but for some reason I can't get anything out. Like with brush, with like the powder puffs, can't get anything out. And maybe you will say like, maybe you can crush it and repress it. I have used up 1 package before this, and I did the like crush it and repress it thing. Maybe it's the way I did it, but I think this formula just does not work to be repressed, because when I was trying to use it after I repress it, it just crumbles into these little pieces. It does not get evenly on the brush or the puff, so it was not able to use it in that way. So yeah, I just have to call this a finish. But it was a great powder. Like, it sets your skin, but it still leaves this like very beautiful like light reflection, just as the name says. I don't think I would repurchase, because every time at the last bit was not able to, like, I cannot finish every last bit of this product, and I hate that. I want to finish product completely like this. And with the hassle of like scraping the product, if you don't know, this is a very hard pressed product, and you have to be quite aggressive to get a generous amount on your brush. So yeah, that I probably just prefer to use a loose powder, which is much easier for me. And they do have a loose version of this, but somehow I have tried that, and somehow it does not work the same way as this. It was like a little bit drier than this one, and it was not like as it does not have the beautiful voluminous, the light reflecting finish this one has. It was just a normal setting powder that's a little bit drying for me, at least. I don't know about how other people feel about that loose version of this, but I was not a big fan of that. It was okay, but it does not have the benefit this one has, so that makes it like pointless to use it. So yeah. And there's another powder from the Japanese drugstore can make. Is their marshmallow finish powder in the shade ML. I basically use this as a brightening powder. I use this under my eye, setting my eyelid and blending my eyeshadow edges. So I use this very sparingly. So it takes me 6 years to finish this compact. It was a very cult popular product from Make. I don't know if I would repurchase because it was a little bit heavy if I use too much. So yeah, but it was an okay product. Let me count how many makeup items I have finished. 27 products. Not so bad, not so bad. Oh, I just found another lip gloss. This is from the Japanese brand Excel. It's a drugstore brand, and this is their lip care oil. It was a very nice oil. I think I would repurchase this. This is a limited edition color. It's called Cherry Dazzle 06. It was nice, but it was not super long wearing. But if I have a chance to repurchase a clear version of this, I would repurchase because it has a very beautiful moisturizing formula. I really like this. So that made it 28 of makeup items, which is quite a lot.